lineage and what our ancestors went through. Once again, we sit up here, mock slavery, make jokes about it, something that should not be done, reference it in these talking points of today that make entirely no sense. How he's referencing them, but if you've been watching the election, he's been very vocal about how he feels about FBAs, and he's refusing or he's choosing to act like he don't know the real. Now, we already seen what went down during the election. He was going at FBAs, taking some shots at Tariq, Nasheed, and things like that. And now he went up on Twitter and started a couple spaces, talked about the tangibles when the conversation of this deportation been going on since Trump got in office.
Luke, the most untalented rapper in hip-hop history.
Stuff like that, taking multiple shots, y'all getting y'all tangibles and things like that from FBAs. Then he posted up a post showing that Tariq Nasheed had trademarked the term FBA, which is Foundational Black American. I told you, Negroes, he's your leader. I know he's your owner. You FBA dummies getting pimped by the former pimp. Then he posted up a female who looked like she was at a carnival festival or something like that and said, you cannot look at this FBAs, keep sleeping with the colonizer. We will keep sleeping with our own. Then he says, hey, FBAs, you want the immigrants out of the country so bad because you and your daddy Donald said they were taking away black jobs. I guess you're gonna go take your A in those fields and pick those watermelons, strawberries, and cotton. Wouldn't this be A backwards? Luke is very uneducated, very ignorant to this conversation, or he is very simply doing his best to be disrespectful. What he said right there is anti-black. Anytime you reference anything with slavery and say it in that form of fashion, that is an anti-black talking point. Like we gonna go back in the fields and things like that because of immigrants who are doing those type of jobs now or getting deported or something like that. Well, hey, y'all this and y'all that. No, my nigga, you don't have the right to speak on slavery in America because your lineage ain't from here, Luke.
You ain't from here.
Keep it all the way 1,000.
Urban politicians, y'all subscribe.
We'll get to that, but people want to keep making FBA be some type of cult hate group.
And we not.
Tariq Nasheed owner, he trademarked the word because he came up with that term FBA on the back of Claude Anderson, who he has a relationship, who had the Native Black Americans. He said, well, hey, it's kind of being inclusive. I want to do this style of it and have this Foundational Black American thing. But if he didn't trademark it, somebody else would. We've seen how this game goes when it comes to things like this, where they'll come in and take ownership of all type of things or just trademark stuff that he is coming up with and pushing. But let's get this clear for y'all who want to play stupid. FBA is a description of a lineage. It's who black people are in America. There's 40 million plus of us here, bro. This is not no hate group on Twitter. And there are foundational black Americans who don't know what it is, but that don't mean it don't apply to them.
I ain't no foundational black American. Yeah, you was born in America. You found it.
Your bloodline went through slavery on American soil. You are FBA, my nigga.
Whether you like it or not.
Discussing. There is no debating. All it is saying you are black and your parents and your lineage don't come from no other country. Just like Luke reps, I think they said Bohemian or something like that. Bohemian, bro, that's your lineage. That's your people. You rep it and you gonna let it be known you Bohemian. Just like a Jamaican, go let it
do
be known.
Do your thing, but don't hate on FBA.
Jamaican. Just like Haitian, go let it be known they're Haitian. Just like a...
Do your thing, represent your country. We gonna represent ours. FBA. We like FBA better than Black American. African American. We like FBA.
Puerto Rican, let it be known they Puerto Rican. Just like when you talk to somebody who's African, they might have not even been born in Africa. But if their parents are African or Nigerian, Ethiopian, they're going to tell you, hey, I'm Nigerian or I'm Ethiopian because their lineage to it is so close. And they didn't come through the American lineage system. They're going to say that. But for him to reference slavery, let me tell Luke and other people who want to turn this down and try to suppress it to the hate.
And this my boy, too. He didn't holler at me and everything. But urban politicians, he didn't holler at me in the comments. And I ain't going to act like you know what I'm saying? He didn't holler at me in the comments. But yeah, this my boy. This my folks.
On Twitter, my nigga. That's never going to work.
One of my
We're never going to allow it. We never going to accept it. We now have the platforms to get the right narrative out there that's the facts and the truth. And when we put the truth out there, you cannot make a percentage of people on Twitter who choose to go at y'all, say disrespectful things, and troll y'all represent 40 million plus people in America. We don't do that with any other groups. Y'all would never allow us to do that. I can't take 10,000 people or 5,000 people from another group, race, ethnicity, or a country, and they flawed and say, hey, this represents all of them. When you speak on FBAs, speak on the lineage and the facts, and y'all know this stuff. The information and the facts of it is out there of what it really means.
I know what it is.
You just don't like the people that's coming at you on Twitter, and then you
Play
also
dumb,
don't
stay
like
dumb.
the fact that the truth is being called out and displayed. That a lot of people like this rhetoric that Uncle Luke is pushing right here look down on us, mock our history, our ancestry. Think if I said that about some of his people and things
It'll
like
be
that, bro.
outrage.
Because without that right there, your people wouldn't even be over here, Luke, picking cotton, picking fruits and stuff in the field. And the reason why nobody wants to do that, Luke, because y'all don't have y'all knowledge and information together. They devalued that job from the beginning in this country when they had black American slaves doing it, and slaves that were already here on this land. And
Listen, Luke.
that were also black doing it and putting them into the slave trade. When it was going on, they were doing it for free, bro. So that job never got to a point where they're gonna pay you to properly take care of your family. That's not our problem, my nigga. And you're not gonna make it our problem and throw it off on us. Well, who gonna do this now? Y'all want them gone and things like that. That's not an issue for black Americans to be thrown on with the FBA conversation. We did that for free. And like I tell y'all,
Don't put it on us.
Talking points they echo. Blacks, they lazy. Blacks is sorry. They don't want to work.
I already told y'all this.
They called the niggas that was picking the cotton in the field lazy while they sat in the shade, drunk tea and lemonade and water. They watched they overseers whip these niggas, have these niggas working, and the man that came in with the least amount of cotton was told that he was lazy, and that was for free. He didn't get paid a dollar. How can we be lazy when our people built this country? How come you get to take a certain amount of people out of 40 million that are lazy and say, well, hey, man, that represent all of them? How come you get to take the bad apples out of ours and make that be what we gonna promote about them, nigga? We got black homeowners. We got black businesses, my nigga. We got black affluent neighborhoods that got big cribs out here in Ace Time for sure. And this ain't the only...
Let me get them. Check it out, man. This is only the beginning of the FBA movement, man. This is just the beginning. So if y'all doing all this and this is just, we just at the cusp of this. You know, I think at one point they're gonna have FBA on job applications in a minute. Cause we gonna make this thing look good. We ain't not in a gang and in a hate group. Nah, don't even do that. Nah, don't get started. We not like them. Who was the one people that NA something out there with guns and they had a shootout and ended up shooting each other? So, nah, we ain't trying to do nothing. We ain't trying to be no modern day Black Panthers. We got hip hop behind us. We smoothed out now. And FBA, man, it's gonna be the young bulls running down the hill and the old bulls coming down as well, man. It's just, you know, it's something for black people to feel good about, man. You know what I'm saying? The rabbit got a gun, you know what I'm saying? The pinata strikes back.